few people out there just to help pay for the bandwidth. You know, again, we get money from some radio stations because we have advertisers that advertise on the show. I don't want to run the advertising on the internet side. I don't want to be forced to do that. Okay? I think listening to that music for a few minutes where you can go get a cup of coffee or a cup of tea or a shot of whatever or a glass of milk, you know, it's more enjoyable than listening to a commercial on the internet. And I want to keep it that way. Now, two things are going to happen. One is I'm going to have to start charging for the archives. I don't want to do that. So if 40 people out there donated a couple bucks each, hey, that'll pay for the extra bandwidth. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to charge people to listen to it. It's simple. We can keep it free. If nobody makes donations, now we had a couple like Tom Davis donated nice, and a couple other people have made some donations. That's cool. But this is the first of the year coming up. I need some donations. If that doesn't happen, you're going to start hearing commercials on their show. You will hear probably 5-6 minutes worth of commercials on the show. You'll hear the same ones probably that you hear, if you're listening on the radio station, will be on my show. You'll also have to start paying for the archives. I don't want any of that to happen. Again, go to www.nightdreamstalkradio.com, hit the donation button. Guess what? It takes you to PayPal. Secure, make your donation, and if you make a donation of $20, I'll send you a brand new book in the paranormal. It could be on UFOs or ghost hunting or one of those things, or Bigfoot. But it'll be a brand new book. I got stacks of books here. And I'm more than happy to share it with you. And if you went out and bought that book on Amazon, you're going to pay around $20 anyway. So if you make a $20 donation, you're actually getting a book, and it covers the cost of the donation. That's one way to look at it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know that you've got a whole nice library of books that brand new.
Oh, yeah. I have books like you wouldn't believe. I have them boxed up. I have them in the studio. I got them in the living room. I have them in the bedroom. I got them in the walk-in closet. I got books coming out of my yang-yang. So, hey, do me a favor. Please donate $20 and I'll give you a book and I'll pay the postage. So what the heck? You're coming out with a great deal. And again, tell your friends about us. Share us on Facebook. You see, when we post up what our guest is going to be, share it. Let your friends know, because if they're not friends of us, James or me, they don't see it. Don't forget, when we post stuff up on Facebook, a small percentage, very small. James, I posted something the other day up. I got 5,000 friends on one of my on my personal one, right? Mm-hmm. And then at the end of the day or the next day, Facebook come out and said, how many people seen it? 60 some people saw it out of 5,000. 60.
Isn't that something?
Okay, now they have a cure for it.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, for $60, up to 400 people can see your posting. 60
and even
bucks,
that's not
$60 for 400 and some people to see it that will probably not even look at it.
Yeah, and not even that is all legit.
Yeah, well, yeah. And then guess what? You can do all these little things like hit like and share, and then for a while, more people will see it. But all of a sudden, you go check on it later, then it drops back off again. Here is the cure. If you want people to see your posting, you have to sit there, and every person you have, if you got 5,000 people, means you have to go on to 5,000 of your friends every day and like at least one of their stories they post. If you don't do that, they're not going to see what you post. So if you got friends that it respond to you all the time, that's because they're friends. They're always watching what you post, so they hit like. But if you don't sit there and do that, they're never going to see it. So what good is it having 5,000 friends if only 60 of them see what you post? Think about that, people.
It's true.
So that's why I need your help, people. So when you see our thing, share it with your friends, and maybe a couple of your friends will see it. You know, the more the people see our show, the more people will enjoy the show. You know, on the radio side and the internet side, I'm not even going to tell you the numbers. It's quite high. But most of those ones that are quite high are not the ones that are listening to it right now. It's like they download the show. It's play on demand later. Those are where the big listenership is. Because a lot of truckers, what they do is they download the show, and then they get in their truck, they turn their Bluetooth on, and they pipe it through their stereo system and listen to, like, last night's show.
Yeah, a lot of people do that, and that's one way you get a lot of listeners. And the truckers, there's a lot of them out there that listen to the show. I know that for sure.
Oh, yeah, there's thousands of them. And again, I want to thank my friend James Krischbaum. Without him, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now. He's kept me going. In my downest, darkest moments of my life after my injuries, I almost gave up. And if it wasn't for James, I wouldn't be here talking right now. I would have gave up. Maybe not physically, but emotionally, I would have gave up. I would have said the hell with radio. And you know what? He kept me going. You know, he kept saying, hey, you're strong, keep going. And he was there to help me anytime, day or night.
Yeah, you was in a dark spot, and believe me, I've been where you've been, and it's not a good place to be. I just know that if you was going to give up on your terms, not because of other people or because you're down. If you was going to give up on the radio, but I still see you had so much left to give to the people and so many more lives to touch with your stories and guests and other things. It would be a shame for you not to continue.
Yeah. The only thing I really miss is not walking. I mean, seriously, like I said, a couple times a week, I'll get the walker out and I'll go from the bedroom into the studio, and that's as far as my knee. But I was doing some research on my injury. And I read, because my wife was throwing up to me last night, well, it's been 7 months. And I said, no, it's 6.5 months since my injury. And I really went on YouTube and researched it a lot. And I Googled it a lot. Most people that had gone through what I gone through, it took them 6 months before they could even try to use a walker.
Yeah.
And my wife doesn't understand that. She just... because she never had to go through it. Okay? Right. Because what happens is when you lay in bed a month, you lose all your muscles. A week not using your leg muscles you lose 50% of your muscles in 1 week. So you imagine in a month's time or 6 weeks' time of not standing, walking, you lost most of your muscles, not just in your leg and you're everywhere, and then you lose your balance and you have to learn it. It took me, to be honest with you, up to this week, okay, to be able to stand to take a shower. Up to now, I've been having to go in there and sit and take a shower. I can actually stand for 2 minutes to take the shower, then I have to get back into the chair and get dressed. But I've been able the last week or two to stand for a few minutes and do a couple things and then sit back down. That means my leg, I exercise every day, twice a day, my arms, my legs, my buttocks. And I tell you what, until I get the surgery, and I'm not sure I even want the surgery because I also checked on that. The average recovery time from the surgery, especially at my age, is up about a year.
Yeah, at least.
And I try to explain to my wife. She goes, I don't understand why you just can't walk. My young son, who's just turned 30, the other day said, why don't you just walk? Well, how can you?
if your ACLs are messed, people don't realize.
I don't have one. It's gone. It's
right.
tore.
You can have all the muscle in the world, but if you don't have the ACLs, which attaches that muscle to your bones, you have nothing to support. It's pretty much like support, and it's hard when people don't have the injury. It's hard for them to understand it. But boy, if they ever had it, they'd understand.
Well, you know what? Like I try to tell my wife, when I go to bed and lay down, my leg, as soon as I relax, folds up automatically, like a rubber band. It goes ding, like that.
Yep.
Anyway, our time is up. I mean, we burnt through 5 hours.
Yeah, we did.
Talking. James, I just want to thank you for being my best friend. I want to thank you for supporting me on the show. I want to thank James or Timothy Cullen tonight. I want to thank all the guests that's been on in 2019 that helped me make the show what it is. And a big shout out to all the truckers that listen to the show. Hey, without you, I wouldn't be doing the show. I wouldn't be on the radio stations. You have made the show what it is. And I guarantee you, thousands of people listen to the show, more than thousands. And I want to say thank you guys so much. And everybody out there that listens to my show, and everybody that emails me, and everybody who texts me through Instant Messenger, hey, you mean a lot to me. And I have developed some good friends like Earl Grey, Timothy Collin, and Terry Lovelace, and all these people who are becoming and have become friends of mine just because of the show. James, well, to after next year, I just want to say you're my best friend, and I want to thank you.
Well, you're my best friend, and I thank you for everything. And all the listeners out there, please be careful. Have a safe New Year's. And I will say this, the new year coming, our show's going to be even bigger and better.
Oh, yeah. Everybody have a great night. We'll catch you next year. Yeah, next year. And if you don't like it, talk to my attorney. And if you don't want to talk to my attorney, talk to my agent, who's worse than my attorney. Again, I forgot one person. I only got 2 minutes left because I got the timer set. Okay, Larry Hagelin is my agent. We sometimes disagree. Well, a lot of times we disagree. But you know what? He's a sweetheart. And without him, I wouldn't be on the radio stations. I wouldn't be where I'm at today. And he's put up with a lot of crap with me emotionally because of my injuries and all that stuff. He didn't walk away from me. You know, he's been very supportive. And I want to say to him, too, even you, Larry, have a great new year. And we'll talk to you next year because I'm not going to talk to you till next year. Goodbye, everybody. We'll catch you later.
All right. Bye-bye.
Maggot was a biker and he drove his motorcycle very fast. He drove a big chop Harley with a gang color jacket and ran down citizens for laughs. He had an old lady named Petula who packed an automatic 45 gun. They had just come up from California where they'd shot 6 cops for fun. Chicks who thought he was the best there was down the interstate he saw till the day he tangled with the county sheriff who they all called 104.